Hi there, my name is Justin Olsvik. I'm a PhD researcher at Peking University, but right now I'm in my home country of Canada, currently hiking a famous route called the West Coast Trail. I'm here for 7 days, and along the way just camping on the beach, no electricity, no phone service, no showers, and altogether we'll be covering about 75 kilometers of mud, slugs, bears, and the most rugged, humbling Pacific Coast scenery you could imagine. The reason I bring this up is because this is entirely inside the Pacific Rim National Park Reserve. And so it's part of one of my very favorite things about Canada, our national park system. Over 100 years old, Parks Canada is in charge of dozens of different areas with the goal of protecting valuable ecosystems. These areas are also some of the most beautiful or interesting places in the country, and so, of course, lots of people want to visit them. Tourism can be a powerful force for educating people and getting them personally invested in protecting our environment, but it can also be quite damaging to the environment in the process. The challenge for a national park system is to find that balance between accessibility and protection. We don't want to overdevelop our parks to the point where we lose sight of their original purpose. That's actually one area that I think Canada does a pretty good job at. There are some jaw-dropping places in the Canadian National Park System that you can drive right up to and enjoy without breaking a sweat. People of any skill or fitness level can experience nature here. Then there are places like this. Yes, it requires a lot of effort to enjoy the West Coast Trail, but there's also a basic set of infrastructure in place. There's bridges, there's ladders, there's outhouses, an evacuation team if it's necessary. It all makes the West Coast Trail as safe and as doable as possible while still prioritizing that environmental conservation. And then there are the truly remote places, the places that really prioritize the environment over accessibility. These places have no infrastructure whatsoever, and if you want to experience them, you have to be among the most skilled and most hardcore of nature enthusiasts. It's all about trying to find that balance. My love for Canada's national park system is also why I'm so excited about what's in the works in my other home, China's brand new national park system. China is the world's third most biodiverse country, and so protecting its functional ecosystems is something that benefits all of us. Already, thousands of square kilometers are under new protection, with plans for thousands more in the works. When all is said and done, it will be the world's largest national park system. At Beida, my research focus is on science and environmental communication, and I think national parks is, perhaps counterintuitively, a really great opportunity for international cooperation. China's new national parks can learn from established park systems here in Canada or elsewhere in order to study what works and what doesn't. China can figure out what works from the get-go instead of figuring it out over the next 100 years. At the same time, established park systems around the world should learn from China's new system, perhaps updating more outdated policies in response to 21st century problems. China's national parks are going to be a different and more flexible idea of what a national park is, and probably better suited to modern day problems. While I sincerely hope that this is something we can learn from each other on, regardless of what happens, I remain cautiously optimistic that land conservation is something that we are moving collectively in the right direction on. The goal is to preserve our functional ecosystems while finding that balance with accessibility in order to inspire a sense of enthusiasm and personal responsibility towards our environment for whoever is lucky enough to experience it. As for me, I have about 3 more days of walking to do, so I'm gonna sign off, but I hope to see you in a national park someday soon. Cheers.